Today we're going to give you a couple tips on how to fix your kettlebell two-arm swing. One of the really common swing problems I've seen in people that never lift the kettlebell in their lives is a squat swing. So AJ's going to demonstrate a really poor kettlebell swing. I'll explain why it's poor. As you can see, AJ's dropping his hips. Now this is good in a squat, but a kettlebell, it's not the best because as the motion of the kettlebell comes down, he's actually redirecting the kettlebell to go straight down. He wants to move in an arc motion. Put it down. Very dangerous for your back. So as the arc comes down, and actually you drop a moving weight straight down, change the direction, it's going to pull on your low back. I see a lot of people doing this that have never done kettlebells before. So two common ways to fix that is one, when the arms are coming down, we actually want to move the whole body together in the kettlebell with it. So the arms are going to come down. When my biceps connect to my rib cage, that's my cue to hinge back and carry the kettlebell with my body. When that happens, I load my hamstrings, and also the kettlebell is going to stay above the knees. When AJ doing the squat swing, he was dropping the kettlebell well below the knees and pulling on the low back. So I'm going to AJ be very patient, wait until he connects his arms to his rib cage, hinge, and the kettlebell is going to stay above his knees, and he's going to fire it back up. As you can see, the kettlebell staying above his knees, not dropping down. He's hinging in a nice arc, and he feels the hamstring stretch right about here, and that's his cue to pop back up with his glutes. Good. The second problem I see sometimes with the kettlebell swing is using too much arm. This can happen even when you're doing a hinge. AJ's going to demonstrate what happens when you use too much arm. So he's literally pulling the kettlebell up with his arms. So you'll see this with newer kettlebell users and also maybe some different type of certifications that we will not condone in this video. So AJ, put it down. So if you see your clients doing too much of this, one way to take that away is to use a towel. So AJ's going to get a fairly decent sized towel. He's going to loop it through the handle. And what the towel is going to do, he's going to hold the towel instead of using his arms to move the kettlebell. That's going to load everything through the hips. So AJ's going to swing back and snap his hips. So now there's no way to arm the kettlebell up. He's using only legs to bring it up. Another good thing AJ's doing, you'll know you're doing it right, when everything's in a straight line. So the kettlebell's an extension of his arms. See how it's not flopping around. So that way I know he's holding on tightly, but he's not pulling with his arms at all. Another common mistake I see when people are really trying to get their hips involved with a kettlebell swing is they will literally lift their heels off the ground and trying to get their hips going. When they lose contact with the ground, they can't provide enough hip drive to get enough strength to get the kettlebell up. And also it's transferring the energy more forward than going straight up. So AJ's going to demonstrate this by lifting his heels up, one of the mistakes that we see. Notice how his heels are coming up, and the kettlebell is literally flying forward on him. And he's not able to transfer his energy and get proper hip drive. Okay, so one way to correct that is to take something solid. I'm going to take two kettlebells and put it behind AJ's feet. So he's going to have his feet against these kettlebells. So he'll know if his heels come off the ground, they're going to lose contact with the kettlebells, and that's not good. So he wants to keep his heels against the kettlebells the whole time, keeping his heels down in the ground. So I might have to set him up, just get the right distance. Is that good? That's good. Okay. So his heels are staying down, they're staying in contact with the kettlebells the whole time. And notice his hip drive is much stronger. Everything's going straight up and not forward. Good. One of the other common mistakes I see when people are really trying to use their hips with the kettlebells is they'll have excessive lean back. That's going to push their hips too far forward, transfer their weight backwards, cause a little strain on the low back. So AJ's going to demonstrate that. Notice how his shoulders are coming back, his hips are in front of his shoulders, and he's leaning back. So he's literally using his back to lift the kettlebells rather than his hips. Okay, set it down. So one of the ways to do this with a partner is I'm going to put my fingers very close to AJ's back. So why don't you set up, AJ? So I'm going to let him do a swing or two with a lean back. And then I'm going to put my fingers where he's leaning back, very close to his back, and I'm going to tell him not to hit my fingers. So that way he's driving all his energy straight up, snapping his hips. Okay, go ahead, AJ, do a few with the lean back. Okay, so he's coming back pretty far, and I'm going to say, don't hit my fingers. So I haven't moved my hand, AJ's, don't hit my fingers? Good. It's a great remedial drill for anybody doing kettlebells, because every once in a while, we tend to lean back a little bit. So this will really work the hip drive and driving the kettlebell straight up. Thank you.
While AJ's doing his swings, you don't want to put your fingers here. And you also don't want to put them here. You want to put them about right here.
Really, Jeff?
No, not right here.